Welcome to the Mr. TravelON Kitchen. It's been a while. Today we're going to talk about Jamón Serrano. I've got a leg. I'm going to show you how we cut it. And this is a favourite across Spain and the Canary Islands for all fiestas, any special events. If it's a bit posh, there's always a leg of Jamón Serrano. And people go absolutely crazy for it. And you're going to see why. So first of all, we're going to get this open. We're going to get this attached to the stand. I'm going to tell you a little backstory of how I came to get one of these, and then we're going to get chopping up, and I cannot wait to show you this. Let's go. Right, before we start, let me tell you why I'm so excited. Let me tell you how I have come across this. Because this is a very, very good quality Serrano ham. And you know, Mr. TravelON is as tight as they come. These are very, very expensive. Now, some time ago, Mrs. TravelON bought me this stand. However, she didn't buy me the leg of meat to go with it. So I've had a stand sat in the cupboard for quite a while. And I thought, well, with it being the festive period coming up, why don't I treat myself to one of these? Having done a bit of research, I found out that the ones with the black hooves, which I will show you, are the more quality ones. I went around and had a look at the prices, and these are very, very expensive. So I was going to get just a normal one for a little bit of a practice. Now, not being a chef or a professional cook in any way whatsoever, I was thinking, well, there's only a few of us in the house. It's not like we're having a big party. So do these last if you buy them and start cutting them up? Can you keep them for quite a long time? Or is it a case of if you've got a big family or a big event coming up, these go in one night? Because often at these posh events, you literally have somebody standing there carving this all throughout the evening at weddings and things like that. And people are just standing there with the plates. Please, sir, can I have some more? In fact, if I'm ever at one of these parties, you will see me stood right next to one of these. Anyway, I thought I better ask the experts. So I rang the owners of Jungle Vibes down in Playa Blanca in Marina Rubicon and spoke to Andre, and I said, listen, if I buy one of these, can I keep it for quite a while? He said, yeah, no problem at all. As long as you do a few things, and he gave me some instructions. I said, right, I'm going to go and buy one. A few minutes later, he sent me a WhatsApp and he said, Dave, pass by the restaurant. I've got one for you. So this is an absolute treat. I went down and I've got to say thank you so much to Jungle Vibes for giving me this and letting me do this video as well, because I can't wait to get it open. So come on, let's see how you do this. Right, so let's get this off. For those experts out there, and I'm sure there'll be quite a few Spanish people watching this that will say, what is he doing? Well, that is the brand of the Serrano ham, and it's a good quality one as well. So it looks like you give it a little turn here. I'm going to move this out the way and show you this in a bit. This is what holds it. And let's have a look at this. I tell you what, it has got some weight to it. All wrapped up just like a Christmas present, eh? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my days. This is going to be a bit of a messy job, I think. Look at that. And as you can see, pata negra. Right, I've watched the YouTube video and I am getting cutting. I've even bought myself a special knife. Let me get this on here and let's see what a mess we can make. Stand by. So I'm not actually sure which way this goes in, but it goes in with this bit of the hoof. And obviously I don't think it matters because you can sort of turn it round as you've cut one side, but this side here seems to be the more fleshy of the two. So I think I'm going to start with that facing up and cut the fat off. And I've been told that to keep the fat at one side, and that's what you put back on to sort of seal it as you leave it, essentially. And then put some kind of cloth over it as well to keep it there. So let's get this in. That goes in there. Another little turn. I'm going to open this fully so I can really get that in. Like I said, at the events, they have professional people doing this. And sometimes in the supermarkets as well, they have people literally, that's their job. Their job is literally to carve this all day long. There's like a little screw bit here at the bottom, which will keep that in place. And I'm going to give that a good old screw. And that should hold that well in place. Look, so that's going right through the bone. I would say that that has got it. Look at that. Looks like I'm in a professional restaurant, doesn't it? Get the scissors, I'm gonna cut the tag off. That has all the details and the codes and things like that. So I'm gonna need two types of knife. One is the big one, which I'm gonna chop downwards into the bone and across to get all the fat off. And then once I've exposed the meat, I had to buy myself an actual knife just for this. And I got myself a good one as well. I do love this brand of knives. Professional, Mr. TravelON. I tell you what, I do things properly, don't I? That is one sharp knife. As you can see, it's quite flexible and bendy, which will allow me, I've been told, to slice very thin pieces of this ham. So we've got to cut down into the bone first. The fat coming out there is just incredible. I'm going right down into that now. Wow, right into the bone. And essentially, that will now give me the opportunity to cut that way. I should leave it like that. I don't know whether to start short or go straight in. Because the fat is super, super soft. So I can see I've sort of screwed this up. The experts out there are going to be going crazy. So what's he doing? But look, you can see it's exposed some of the meat there. So now I can see that. I can sort of gauge where I'm going here now. Now I can see a little bit of the meat. And I think if it's easy to cut, look, there you go. Oh, I'm getting an absolute expert now, look. There's the fat, look, you can see that. And we're still not there yet. I can see a little bit of pink meat. And we're going to take that right up to where I slit through there, look. And as I said, we keep that. When we're leaving this, we can put the fat back on. And I suppose it just sort of seals it. Do you know what I'm absolutely tempted to do? Just give it a bite. But it's not how you do it. Nearly there, look. There we go, look. Look at that. Now we've exposed all of this beautiful meat and look at the oil. Oh, look at the fat oozing out. So I'm just going to cut one more little slither off here of the fat just at the top, just up to the bit where I cut. I think I'm just going to focus on this area here at the top and leave that bit there for afterwards and sort of just keep chopping around there. A little bit here to get rid of that extra fat there. And we are literally right there now. Look at that. That probably looks absolutely dreadful. Right, so I think we're going to try and level this bit off. Full exposure here, and that is one sharp knife, brand spanking new. Look at that. The first piece, that is just, it is the most incredible taste you could ever imagine. I don't think I could do this as a job because I'd be doing this every 2 minutes. That's too thick. I don't care. I'll just keep nibbling until I'm leveled. I think that's the way forward, look. Keep nibbling. Oh my God. Dear me. You can see how I'm sort of levelling it off now. I'm meant to be putting this on the plate. I think that is the best way. Keep the blade, because the blade's quite bendy as well, look. Right, I am going to get chopping this. I'm going to fill a full plate. Then I'm going to get these lot and let them have a little taste. And I know for a fact, I'm going to have to do another plate straight after that. I'm wondering just how long this is going to last, because I could be nibbling this literally all day. Right, well, I'm not doing too bad, look. I've almost got a full plate. Now, I know for a fact there's going to be comments saying, you shouldn't be using your fingers. You're correct, I shouldn't be, but I have washed my hands about 3 or 4 times. Really, I should be doing these, and that's what they do when they're doing this at events and things like that, or they wear plastic gloves. This is for personal use, and the only people that are going to be eating it is probably me, Jack, and Alfie. I don't even think Mrs. TravelON's going to be eating too much of it, and we are not frightened. So last little bits here, look. I've sort of managed to level it off. There's still quite a bit of fat on there, look. I think we've done a really, really good job. Nice and thin. And honestly, if you've ever been to a Spanish event, I do feel really sorry for the guys that are cutting this, because the minute they're cutting a piece, people are over and picking it up, and it's just a never-ending day for them. What do you think? Honestly, if you're an expert at this and I've done it completely wrong, please don't think you're going to offend me by educating me. I'm here to give things a go. I'm here to show you new experiences. I think it's a bit more interesting when somebody doesn't know what they're doing, just to show you that anything's possible and you can always give it a go. Obviously, this is not a professional video on how to cut Serrano ham by me. I mean, I haven't got a clue, but I've given it a go. I think it looks okay. And now, I suppose, it's time to tuck my new baby into bed. I'll probably be back in about 20 minutes to keep slicing and carving. I've kept all the fat, look. And again, I'm probably done this completely wrong, so do apologise. But I can sort of, like, it's like fitting things back together. I can see that that piece went there, look, for sure. I can see that that piece went there as well. I don't know if that is the right way or the wrong way, but I think it's going to do. I will now cover this with a cloth, and it should be all right to sit there. One more little sample before I let them dig in. I'm going to cover this as they do in the restaurants. Look, I'm bloody professional, aren't I? You sleep well, my pata negra, beautiful thing. I shall be dining on you for a fair few days, I think. Or maybe not. The way I'm going, I think I'm going to carry on eating all day. I shall get rid of this, get Mrs. TravelON to do the dishes, but not before I let them come and have a little sample of this super posh Serrano ham. Right, the boys are busy, but Mrs. TravelON cannot wait to get stuck into my meat. And this isn't one of them channels, by the way, just in case you thought you might have to pay to subscribe and watch this. Mrs. TravelON, try my Serrano ham. Very, very expensive and exclusive. It's just like the packet, no?
Gorgeous.
Mrs. TravelON's only used to the packet ham. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, just need a whole plate of cheese as well to go next to it.
There you go. Cheese and ham. So that was Jamón Serrano, how to cut it, how to prepare it, and what it actually looks like. For you guys that are on holiday and things like that, well, just go in a restaurant and ask for it. I'll tell you what this would be nice with. A little bit of melon. Right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We're definitely going to do some more TravelON tastes with Mr. TravelON in the kitchen. But for now, I shall see you in the next one. I'm going to take this off me. See you later. Make sure to subscribe, will ya?